Yeah, so that's crazy, right? Because it's like, you weren't aware that it was like such a cult classic film to that level, right? And then
Yeah.
you see that like, wow, generationally, there's so many people that love this movie, and you see the impact. Like I said, I saw you at Urban Con, and I was there with Panchito Gomez and Cuban Link, and like people are coming up to you expressing how much they love this movie and the impact that it had on them, right? So what
Yes.
is that like for you to hear when people say that?
It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like I resonated with Sad Girl, or I, Mousy, like that was us, or we would mimic, and play Mousy and Sad Girl. And but just to hear that it did something for them, like especially for the women, right? Because there wasn't really a lot of women. I don't even think there was any women, gang films, right?
Mhm.
But to to know that Allison captured that authenticity, and all these fans related to the story. Something happened to them in this, that same similar situation, um, and then to hear the grandmothers sharing the story with their daughters, and then their daughters sharing it with them, it was just like mind blowing to know. And what gets me every time is when I see the little youngsters and they tell me what their favorite part of the movie is, and or what they liked about the movie, and what caught them. I love to hear the stories. I love to hear it.
Yeah, so then like do you have the fans that are coming up to you? Are they telling you like I went through this exactly, and what is
Yeah,
that like for you to hear them say that though?
it's a trip. It's like it kind of like your jaw drops, like like we know what happens, but it's like years later, man, it's still happening. To hear it still continuing happening, or girls can relate to the story because their best friend dated, or slept around with their boyfriend and got pregnant, or even just being with them. I mean, not even the whole pregnancy part, but just knowing that their, best friend cheated with their boyfriend and stuff like that.
So it's a lot more common than people really think.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I was when I interviewed Baby Doll, right? She said that she's like, it happens in every culture. It really
Eh,
does happen, like man, wrote a clip. Has anybody come up to you and said that, you know, I experienced what Mousy and Sad Girl experienced with being with the same vato? You
No,
know?
actually, nobody ever has.
Was that
No,
crazy to you that that was the, synopsis of the
no, white people do it all the time.
right? Okay, yeah, that's true.
it really does. It really does.
So, now do you have any special untold stories or facts about the movie?
Man. Let me put it this way. It was one big party scene. There was never a dull moment. Um, I know our concerns was because it was in the 90s. It was so active, and we had so many other gangs that were around. There was a lot of drive-by shootings while we were filming.
Towards
Um,
the set?
Not towards the set, but something would have happened down the street. Oh, it happened, I think, once towards the set. Um, but it happened down the street, and we would get somebody will drive, or page somebody, and like they'd call and be like, "Hey, there was a shooting down the street," and so that was like stuff that nobody knew, but a lot of like it happened. It really, and it was a concern for us because here we had these actors, the directors, producers, camera people, like everybody was there, and was like, we were used to it and it was okay for us, but it was like, what if one of these ones got hurt, Allison also took that into mind. So timing was also being used for the filming, making sure it was right timing, the right place. We never stepped out of Echo Park, like went into like towards the enemy's neighborhood to go film. If that was being done, it was being done by the camera and they were driving, or you know what I mean. But
Was there any
um
jealousy of like other people that were not a part of the film?
I'm sure there was jealousy even within, with my homegirls, and oh, definitely was. I still get backlash now. I get jealousy from some of them.
What do you mean? What do you mean that you still get that?
Yeah. So like I have an aunt. She's my mom's sister. They call her Sad Eyes. She comes out in one of the rows, and I think when we're having the meeting, she's so she claims that she got me started. She claims that because of her that my brand is where I'm at. She and I laugh, because I'm like, you did not get me started. All this was because of me and my ideas and my pictures that I had from the movie. And so she's always I hear she's always running her mouth about me on social media. She talks about how she was the main storyline consultant, because everybody was given a part in the movie, right?
Right.
Credit for something. So yeah, it's just, so she's one of my biggest haters.
That's really unfortunate when it's family too.
Yeah. Oh, that's the first. Yeah. And I'm sure I have other homegirls that, hate on me about it and where I'm at, what I'm doing. But I was smart about it. I took advantage of a situation that was an opportunity that was offered, like, we got to do this more. Let's go out there and get out there. And I was like, let's do it. Everybody else could have been part of it. We gave Whisper an opportunity, even though she's not from my neighborhood no more. And we gave her an opportunity. I didn't mind her, coming out with us, meeting, doing the meet and greets, but I don't think she was, I think she was bothered by doing it. So I'm like, all right, well, hey, at the end of the day, I know I was a bigger person. I let bygones be bygones. I don't care, where you're from, what you do, but everybody had a chance and an opportunity to do what I'm doing. I was just this, I guess I'd say, the smart one that took advantage of the situation.
Right. Have you tried to have conversations with them, like to squash it?
Nah, I don't care. I don't care. Let them hate. They're always gonna hate.